Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 here as Ajax. We're rounding out the season today. Last two games we're playing Alkmaar at home before we take on Excelsior as the last game of the season. Venlo already down, Groningen and Roda are in those two positions. I'm not sure how it entirely works with playoffs and stuff like that. I know the Dutch league is a bit screwy. I think we go into European playoffs and stuff as well. I don't know if we're involved in that in second place, but we'll worry about that after the game. So, as I say, we're playing Alkmaar here at home. Camp is suspended, Roy Grok is injured, and Giovanni De La Vega is also injured. So we'll be bringing on Peter Leeuwenburg, since he is an Ajax-trained boy. Boord can come on the bench, I suppose. Camp will come out of the squad for Donny van de Beek, who'll come back in. Camp and De La Vega off the bench, and we might as well toss Casper Dolberg onto the bench. Any changes what to make? I don't think so. I think we'll go with Leeuwenburg, Maduro, Zefoik, Delight, Kemper, Van de Beek, Aiting, Nunnally, Kluivert, Dekker and Sierhuis, or will we throw back Boord in? Boord is 2 stars, Maduro is 1 and a bit. I think we will, John. We will throw back Boord in. Maduro's only 16 years of age. I think we'll throw back Boord in there. So that'll be the squad. That's the only change. Let's go do this. Be nice if we could finish out the season with 2 victories. But it will be tough, obviously, against Alkmaar and their senior players. We did lose against Alkmaar when we played them away from home. Let's just encourage these young boys here, and hopefully, as I say, we can finish on a high. If we can finish on a high as well, possibly encourage the board to give us a new contract instead of sacking us. As Garcia helps her on to Veghorst, we need to be careful here. Donny van de Beek does so well to win it. Sierhuis brings it down, Kluivert for support. Sierhuis moves one way, plays it to Kluivert, going the other. Can he finish across the keeper? Kluivert, oh, he goes inside the post and he's missed. Put it wide there. He should have went across the keeper there. That was the obvious finish. As Marco Bizot will play it long for them up to Veghorst. Delight heads it forward, but it will be flicked away. Helped on again. Picked up by Gino Dekker. Play it inside, up, tackle, one, but plays it to Sierhuis, holds it up, Aiting, out to Nunnally, Kluivert's there, oh, Nunnally roasts his man, and he does the same thing as Kluivert did. He's got to go across the keeper there, or get to the byline and cut it back. That's 2 good chances to take the lead early doors that we've missed. Got to buck up our ideas. And Sierhuis has picked up a knock, we will take him off, no point in keeping him on. So who can we bring on? Can we bring anyone in here actually? Not really. Anybody who can... No, there really isn't anyone who can keep the theme going of all the youth academy boys, pardon me. We'll bring on Veltman. We'll put Kluivert up top. We'll put Donny van de Beek just in behind him. We'll put Veltman back here, and we will drop Delight just here to be a ball-winning midfielder there, because he seems to somewhat be able to do that. We're going to try that. We've never done it before, but we're trying to keep the theme here of everybody being a youth academy graduate. So Veltman, who is, can come on and slot in there. It'll be interesting to see how Delight does as a midfielder. He certainly can play that role. He's a classy enough technical player. As Kluivert finds Dekker on the overlap. Does he have a cross? Byline stands it up, Van de Beek, bit of space, what a save by Bizot, but Donny van de Beek turns in the rebound, and it's been an exceptional first half performance in the first half hour. There's the goal that we deserve for it, 10 goals for the season for Donny van de Beek, and exactly what we deserve. Done very well here against a good senior side in Alkmaar, who will drop down to 6th place with Utrecht moving up into 5th. And half time comes with the score 1-0 to Ajax. Could have been more in truth actually. Played well today. I'm just going to say we're pleased with how things are going. Keep it up, boys. We'll praise them right at the start of the half as well. Kluivert kicks it off to Van de Beek. Now Boy Kemper finds Veltman, moves it into Delight, onto Karl Aiting, onto Donny van de Beek. Oh, slips by his man. Kluivert now, is there an early chance in the half? Kluivert goes back to Delight, plays it to Karl Aiting. Kluivert, there could be an early chance here in the second half. Out for Van de Beek, has Dekker with him. Dekker looks to move outside, but his cross is easily blocked. Veghorst now trying to break. Veltman wins it back. Kemper loses it. And that will be the end of that little skirmish. Svensson though for Alkmaar as they look to press forward. Come on, nick it. Nunnally does nick it. Van de Beek has it now. Possible counter on forward to Kluivert. I think Dekker was racing forward as well. Van de Beek's gone right through the centre here if Kluivert can get there. Oh, he's raced by his man. Puts it in. Van de Beek. Can he cross this? Byline crosses low. Delight gets forward from deep midfield and he has scored. Lovely, lovely goal. Well done, Donny Van de Beek. Well done, Kluivert as well. Roasting his man on that right hand side. And it's 2-0. Van de Beek whips in a corner now. Carlating. It's 3-0. And we'll make a couple of wee changes here. We'll bring on Maduro for backboard. Get the wee 16-year-old some more experience. And we'll bring on Savastano for Boykemper. Why not? Good performance here. Exactly what we wanted to see. Corner now for Alkmaar. Whipped in. Zefoik heads it away. Well done. Still battling for everything at the back there. Not giving up soft, cushy goals. Because we are still in danger. We're not safe yet. Mind we were 3-0 up against Vitesse and ended up drawing. As Velnovic whips it in. It's flicked goalwards. And what a goal that is by Alireza Jahanbakhsh. Probably wrong, but hey, I went for it. 3-1. Alkmaar with a way back into this game now. 20 minutes to go here. Hopefully we manage to see it out. Why does Kluivert have a 6.2? That's harsh, man. He played a big part in that second goal. Another corner though. Whipped in. Get rid of this. Alireza. Oh my god. Don't you dare. Alireza has now scored 2 and it is 3-2. And this really reminds me of that game against Vitesse now. 5 minutes to go. Can we see it out like we didn't do on that occasion? Let's hope so. Let's just drop everybody deeper. Van de Beek can be a deep lying playmaker. Eating's advanced. We'll move Delight more central. Nunnally and Dekker are back there as well. So we're as deep as we can get really in containment terms. They brought on another striker, but it looks like we're going to see the game out now as Leeuwenberg will kick this long. Blow the whistle, ref. It is full time. We do win it 3-2, but it was a lot sketchier than it really had to be there at the end. I will say it's a good win nonetheless. We did do well. Concentration levels lacking a bit at the end of the game. We nearly let them back in, but we did do the job that we needed to, and we got the victory there. Sierhuis is out for 1 to 3 days, so we will still be able to play in the final game of the season. Newcastle boss Rafa Benitez looking at Delight and Van de Beek. You wish, Rafa. They will be going, if they go, to a club like a Bayern Munich, like a Real Madrid, something like that. Van de Beek, is he wanted by anyone other than Newcastle? Leicester, nah. Newcastle and Leicester, no way will they be getting Donny Van de Beek. And if we let anybody go, they'll be going for big money as PSV lift the Dutch Cup against Heerenveen on penalties. It's a shame for Heerenveen. They've had a pretty good season. They're up there in 4th. They started out leading the way actually, and it's been harsh on them to not get anything. They deserved the cup. I'd like to have seen them win it, but wasn't to be, sadly. So impressive performances this month from Maduro. I would not say that's an impressive performance. There's just as many, in fact there's more stats down there than there are up. Gino Dekker doing well. That is more like what we want to see out of everybody. Determination going through the roof and everything else going up a little bit. Kasper Dolberg training well, which doesn't really matter. So we can vote now in the Goalkeeper of the Year award. None of our goalkeepers are in there. Who's got the best average rating? Vermeer at Feyenoord. Zoet as well in there has got 10 clean sheets. Do you know what? I'll go with Vermeer. Then I'll go with Zoet. And then who else is up there? Well, actually, no, do you know what? I'm going to go with Hansen and then Pasveer. We're getting clean sheets for Heerenveen and Vitesse. And then I'll go with Vermeer last. Since he is going to lift the title and he does have 10 clean sheets, I'll go with that. Nunnally in backboard, training well, apparently same as Van de Beek. Let's see. Yep, Van de Beek improving a bit still. Nunnally improving a lot, that's what we want to see. And backboard improving a bit, which is good enough, I suppose. Juve Man United now at Old Trafford. Champions League. 3-0 United overturning a 2-0 defeat for the first leg. Man United now in the final of the Champions League. Competition that we hope to do a little bit better in next season. Of course, going out of the group stage in a group that we would probably expect to do well in, and in the coming years at the very least. We had Chelsea in there, who obviously you would expect to top that group and beat us. Then we had Porto and Hoffenheim, you would very, very least expect to come third in that group, maybe behind Porto. Hoffenheim, obviously, though, were far too good for us, using their senior players, obviously, against obviously our youth. Venlo are relegated now from the league, which is a shame. I liked Venlo, they were an easy team to beat. As we approach our last game of the season now, we can bow out against Excelsior, hopefully with a victory. Be nice to send the young boys away on a high. They've done very, very well this season. Second, do you know, at the start of the game, if you've offered me second place, comfortably ahead of everybody else, but comfortably behind Feyenoord, I'd have taken it playing the young boys, I was a bit worried we'd be sort of middle of the pack. And we're about to take on Excelsior here. See out the season. And I'd have to give a round of applause to the young lads. They've done so well, particularly in the second half of the season. As they've matured, they've done a lot better. They were giving up, some really, really poor performances, it must be said, at the start of the game. When they first started out, they were hopeless. Let's just be honest there. They were pretty damn hopeless. And they've obviously corrected that to a good degree. And they are now pretty trustworthy, I would say. So, we'll have Leeuwenburg, Bakboord, Zeefuik, De Ligt, Kemper, Van de Beek, Eiting, Nunnally, Kluivert, Dekker and Sierhuis ready to return. Kluivert and Sierhuis tied on 17 goals for the season. Can one of them finish the season as our top goal scorer, head and shoulders above the rest? Excelsior, not an easy team, by the way, to beat. They are middle of the pack, Excelsior, so away from home it could be a tough one. We do tend to play a very, very good game in Amsterdam, but when we're away from home on the road, sometimes we are a bit sketchy. So you never know what's going to happen here. We'd like to bow out with a victory, but that doesn't mean that's definitely going to happen. In the opening 10 minutes, we've controlled possession, but 3-1 the shot count in Excelsior's favour. Injury on Excelsior's part. We are 10 points ahead of Utrecht at the moment. Win here, we can go 12 clear of them. Would be 12 behind Feyenoord. Feyenoord comfortably winning the title this season. As our first highlight here comes on just about the half-hour mark. Bruins to Payne for Excelsior. Into Bruins, onto Vermeulen, forward for Elazouzi. Come on. Oh, Elazouzi racing in, fires one, well over the bar. But it's been a half hour of absolutely nothing on our part. 6 shots to their 4, 3 of ours on target, but nothing worth seeing apparently. We're now 14 behind Feyenoord. They've obviously taken the lead in their game. Heerenveen jumping up to 3rd place there. PSV jumping up to 4th as well. Van de Beek losing the ball. The break is on for Excelsior. Elazouzi playing it to Bruins, who's raced by Boy Kemper. Touched it across the Falk, who's in and has a really tame effort. Leeuwenburg with an easy save. But we're not playing that good game today. We've no turned up. We're not getting the fluid attacking football going forward. Kluivert and Dekker have been poor. Karl Eiting's been poor. Kemper's been poor. But Bakboord and Zeefuik have been our best players. I think that says it all. Venlo are actually beating Utrecht away from home. It's a good way to bow out, I must say. Far from pleased, of course. We're not creating anything like we need to. We don't really have any... Well, we've got a Kehlenkamp back there. Will we throw him on? We'll throw a Kehlenkamp on for Kluivert. We'll move Van de Beek forward. Put a Kehlenkamp deep there. He's had a good season, Jurgen Kehlenkamp. I've said this a number of times that I expect him to be a star going forward, but I really do. He's what? Just turned 18 maybe? Hold on, I want to confirm that. He is 18. Yeah, he's just turned 18 last month. And he's played a full season of games already. He'll have another 3 seasons under his belt before he's even 21. That's ludicrous, and he'll only get better. As Falk now has it for Excelsior, who really deserve the win today based on play so far. Vermeulen, Elazouzi. Vermeulen gets in, drives it low off the post. My God, right, we need to demand more out of them here. They seem to be on their holidays already. Karami now for Excelsior. Come on, get stuck into them. Close them down at least. Ebers, Falk. Acres of space for them to play the ball around. Back to Elbers. Robbed by backboard. There you go. Play it down the line. There you go. Van de Beek. Bit of a chance here to create. Van de Beek, there's space in the middle. Sierhuis arrives and shoots. And the first chance we've created all game. Kai Sierhuis moves ahead of Kluivert. 18 goals for the season for the young man. And we're ahead just on the hour mark. Harsh on Excelsior, but that's what happens when you don't take your chances. This will move us 12 clear of Heerenveen. As Falk whips it in. It's away by Delight. Pick it up there, Sierhuis. Here we go. Can we get the second? Sierhuis, we're flooding forward there. Van de Beek has to look on the other side of the pitch now. There's men getting forward. He's in a bit of a corner. Oh, he finds a killing camp though. 3 players on him. Gets the ball in. Sierhuis now turns it goalward. And it is 2-0. 19 goals now for Sierhuis. Can he get that hat-trick that'll move him to 20? Backboard, who played a good part in that goal, will come off now to allow 16-year-old Maduro to come on. He'll have 5 seasons before he turns 21. Ludicrous for Jurian Maduro. As Christensen plays it long, about 20 minutes left here. Kulwijk will head it to Karami. Bruins over the top for Vermeulen. A good chance for a goal back. Don't bring him down, just let him have a go. He's in, he shoots! Oh, and it's actually beaten Leeuwenburg and has become 2-1. That's far too easy the way he just played it over the top. Got beyond the defenders and just hammered it past Leeuwenburg. 15 minutes left to go in the game now. We will bring on Mauro Savastano for Boy Kemper, who's had another decent game today. And we'll go to contain and just drop to being slightly higher. As we whip in a corner, it's headed away. Van de Beek now will tee up Nunnally. Takes a touch before hammering wide. Got that 2-1 precarious lead now getting into the last 10 minutes. We'll just tell the boys to tighten up a little bit. I'm not going to drop everybody back and become super cautious like we did in the last game. I'm just going to hope that the boys do the job that we need of them, as Leeuwenburg will take this free kick long with 5 minutes left to go. Sierhuis challenging, but De Wijs gets it away. Van de Beek though to Sierhuis. Does he have a blockbuster finish for the hat-trick? Nah, he's forced away and gives it away to Kulwijk now. He gets it forward. Elazouzi. Oh, it's poor defending for Moylan. Elazouzi goes wide. This is probably 2-2. Oh my god, what a terrible effort. Right, now I will drop everybody deeper. Decker and Nunnally go back. Van de Beek goes back to make it a 4-5-1. And we'll just try and contain the game now. As Luigi Bruins picks up a knock for Excelsior. Savastano's long throw. Why has he thrown that over the heads of 2 of our players to one of theirs? Elazouzi's in. Shoots. Scores. 2 apiece. Nah. It's the last game. Do you know, it's the last game of the season. Who cares? Who cares? It's annoying that Savastano just threw it right over the heads of 2 Ajax players to lead to that goal. But who cares? You know what? We're finishing comfortably in second place. It sucks that we had a 2-0 lead here and we didn't manage to see it out. That's something we need to change, obviously, as we go into Season 2. We will tell them it's not good enough, of course. Elazouzi, man of the match there, do you think? Yep. Zakaria Elazouzi on loan at Excelsior from us. Stops us winning the game there. Is he Ajax born and bred, Elazouzi? He is actually, you know. He's been on loan at a couple other clubs, but I think that still counts. That's still fine. He looked a good player in that game, actually. As Benitez is there again to watch Van de Beek and Delight, who he will not be signing. But that's it. You know what? Decent 2 final games in the league. We're a very successful second half of the season, I will say. You know, if we look at the league table there, how many games have we lost? Let's see, we've lost 8 and drawn 6. But look at those losses. How many came in the second half? 1 there. 2, 3. Only 3 of those 8 losses came in the second half of the season, so much, much better. In terms of our wins coming in the second half of the season, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of our wins came in the second half of the season. How many wins did we get overall? 20 wins, so perfectly half and half there. And in terms of the draws, we got 6 draws and how many of those came in the second half of the season. Let's have a little look here. Where's that Feyenoord game? There it is. So in the second half of the season, 1, 2, 3 draws over 6. So perfectly half and half between the draws and the wins, but way more defeats in the first half of the season. Splitting the season by the break, by the way, by the winter break, not by number of games or anything like that, because I think we played more before the break than we did when we came back, something like that. But there we go, that's the season in review. It's not been a terrible season. The board are pleased with the management of the team because of the control of wage budget, the atmosphere in the dressing room and all that kind of stuff. We'll be completing improved youth facilities and training facilities in October this year, so that will help us with our development of the young boys, and hopefully we'll still be here for season 2. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this last episode. It's been a good performance going forward from the boys. Shaky at the back, but then again, you know, that's pretty much what it's been all season, so why would it be different now? Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have done, please drop down below and leave a like on the video, and of course to look out for season 2, which will be coming up very, very shortly in the next couple of days. Then please subscribe to the channel, which I'll be really grateful for. But mostly I just want to thank you for watching this season. It's been a really fun experiment actually to play through, and we'll be keeping it going because these young boys have a hugely bright future, and I think if we can keep them here and keep their development going, we can certainly win the league and maybe even make an impact in Europe with them. So, as I say, hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time when we start season 2.